You think you are broken, but take a look around. There are thousands of broken stories just waiting to be found. This one takes us to a village, and a small one in the forest, as the townspeople beware of the horrible curse upon it. We are taken to a cottage where flowers bloom so fair, where a little girl was born, with pure, snow-white hair. You see, many, many years ago, her great-great-grandmother lived in a small village with the same hair as she was given. She was then the only girl with white hair in the village to be born, so deep inside she knew that there had to be something more. After she had a daughter, a certain power started to grow. She felt it in her veins and in her hair. Instead of showing it, she laid low. But her power would never settle. It grew stronger and stronger, till one day in the middle of summer, she couldn't take it any longer. She unleashed a blast so huge, it destroyed everything in its path, and left a curse in which if anything was built, it would be destroyed in a snap. She apologized, promising to make it right, but they didn't believe her. The villagers claimed she was a witch, and drove her out of there. Her daughter, with dark hair, helped build a new village, which is why people didn't go after her. She saved the family's reputation, helped the village so much after. The village was built far away from the other, for fear the curse would spread, and life went on as normal, assuming the witch was dead. But from then on it was always said that those born with white hair would wreak havoc in the same way as the witch did there. So now we are back in present day, in the little cottage on the town side, where a baby girl was born with pure as snow hide. Agatha's parents couldn't lose her, or the people's respect, so for years of her life Agatha hid where people wouldn't detect. Agatha was adventurous, though, and never understood why she had to live like this, so she found out as little as she could. 19 long years she hid away. Now her powers started to show. She mistook this for a call, and decided to sneak out of her home. On and on she walked and walked, as her powers started to manifest. But instead of terror, flowers grew, as she put her power to the test. Beauty came everywhere she went, as plants bloomed and glowed. Agatha gazed at it all in awe, and even decorated a beautiful abode. Then the townspeople saw her and gasped, for the day that they feared had come. A white-haired witch was upon them, and they knew exactly where she was from. They took Agatha and her family to the middle of the town, where they would wait until they died, with their arms, legs, and head bound. Agatha watched terrified, as each member of her family was killed, and as she walked up to hers, her power began to fill. Agatha shot a blast so strong, it destroyed everything there, and she ran away without a trace, except for a locket of hair. She ran and ran far away, until she had to stop. She fell to the ground and profusely wept, crying with deafening sobs. Then it began to drizzle. It grew and grew until the rain was downpouring really hard, and the thunder was loud enough to kill. So in her darkest moment, feeling so sad and stuck, a gentle hum was heard in the distance, and a lightning bolt struck. As it surged through her, Agatha sat up and looked at a puddle that reflected her face. Her hair was now gray on the right side. On it a lightning bolt was placed. Her eyes also went black, and she became very pale, as she slowly realized she'd never be the same without. For this didn't just change her appearance, it changed her deep inside. So from now on, inside of her, good and evil would be put to a fight. So each day at midnight, one of them would reign. Some days good, other days evil, completely random and tame. So, on good days, for example, she would embark, from village to village to village, and bring baked goods and jolly and acts of service to people of all ages. On evil days, though, she would go, destroying everything she saw, hoping one day to find her village and get her revenge raw. Agatha would find her village on a good day, though at the very dead of night. But yet through all the ruins she caused, she found something bright. It was the locket of hair she left behind on that very day, and suddenly an idea came to her, and she took it to the bay. This bay is where they got their water, so here's why she did what she did. She cut a locket of her gray hair and cut both into pieces, sprinkled them into the bay, and hid. At midnight she decided that enough was finally enough, so using her power she rose to the heavens, where she wouldn't make anyone's life so tough. That morning everyone in the world drank water from that bay, and together they consumed all of the hairs, not a single stray. Some may have gotten gray strands, while some others may have gotten white, but most people consumed both, taking in the dark and the light. So the next time you feel like the day couldn't get worse, just remind yourself of Agatha's curse. How your ancestors drank her hair, which made them evil and good, which gave them character and made them human, made them nice and rude. So allow yourself to be human. You are not broken if you do. You are amazing and wonderful the way you are, and so is everyone else too.